You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. So we're going to be joined on the phone with our regular visitor, Helen from the Swale Film Society. As always, it's great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So I was hoping you could just give our listeners a little introduction to the Swale Film Society in case they've not heard you before, not heard this lot.
Yeah, so we meet on the last Friday of every month at the Avenue Theatre in Sittingbourne. It's the entrance to the Avenue Theatre is just opposite the police station. So it's like quite easy to get to. Like a lot of people seem to know where the police station is. So yeah, they can find it quite easily. It's a really nice building. Inside the theatre's got like lovely red leather seats and it's all very comfortable in there. It's like a good old fashioned theatre. And then we've also got the bar there as well. So when people come along, they can have a drink and people can even take their drinks and snacks into the theatre as well. And yeah, come and enjoy it with us, and then afterwards we all gather together in the bar area and have a informal discussion about it. It's really good.
And you're showing a film normally each month. As sort of things built up a momentum, if people have got used to you doing that.
Yeah, that's right. So we're up to about 55 members, I think it is now. So yeah, it's very, very busy. Lots of people coming along, which is good. The Avenue Theatre holds 88, so still lots of space for more people to come along. And yeah, it's so much more than just coming to see a film, because before the film, like in the bar area, people tend to get there, 20 minutes before the film. They have a drink. We always have a PowerPoint presentation happening on the TV with some information about the film. And also we have like these postcards that we do for each film, which on the back there's all information about the film you're about to see. And then on the front we have a unique illustration drawn by a local artist for every film that we show. And they're like 50p to buy or completely free to anyone who is a Swale Film Society member.
I understand they've become sort of collectible. Members are collecting them each time they come.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the illustrator, Sarah Cochran, she's absolutely fantastic, and she really does manage to sort of capture, the film that we're showing like perfectly with every information, with every illustration that she does. I mean, last month we had the Beatles, and people actually thought that these were, they were like the merchandise that comes with the film, and we were like, no, this is just something that the local artists to help support the film society. And yeah, they were really impressed with the illustrations that she does. And yeah, people are quite annoyed if they tend to miss a month and then need to get the extra illustration. So yeah, we normally make sure we've got plenty. So if one of the members does miss out, they can still get the postcard to add to their collection.
I was going to say, I must admit, when I first see them, I thought they were, pictures that you'd been provided with the film, not ones actually done locally.
Yeah. Like I say, a lot of people do say that because the quality of them is amazing. It really is very good. We're so lucky that Sarah, contributes her time and her talent to providing us with those each and every month.
So tell our listeners what this month's film is.
Okay, so this month's film, which we're showing on June the 30th, is The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We chose to show this film in particular because, of course, at the end of the month we see Gay Pride happening, firstly in London and then over the rest of the country. There's a big one in Brighton at the beginning of August. So we thought, this would be a perfect film to kind of kickstart that and to kind of, get into that whole celebration of LGBT. So we're showing, and also this was a film that was requested by a few of our members actually. So that's another thing that we always try and do. We don't try and plan our films too far in advance because we really like our members to have a voice and to say if there's a film they'd like to see. And this was one that kept coming up time and time again. So we thought, okay, what better time to show it than now, really? And so the film itself, it was made in 1994. It's an Australian comedy drama film written and directed by Stephen Elliott. The plot is about two drag queens played by Hugo Weaving and Guy Pearce, both of which their names must sound familiar. Hugo Weaving was in The Matrix, and Guy Pearce has been in loads of stuff. I'm sure everyone knows who he is, whether they know him from his, starting out as Neighbours to all the films he went on to do. It's those two that play two drag queens, and a transgender woman played by Terence Stamp as well, like another really famous actor. And it follows their journey across the Australian outback from Sydney to Alice Springs in a tour bus that they've named Priscilla. And along the way, they encounter various groups and individuals. And it's like a real fun adventure, completely glamorous and spectacular film.
So when can our listeners go and see that?
So this film will be on Friday, 30th of June at the Avenue Theatre in Sittingbourne. Doors open at 7 o'clock and the film starts at 7:30. And the film duration is 1 hour and 44 minutes. So just be aware that this film is certified for audiences aged 15 and over. The ticket price for non-members is £4, and if you're a member, it's only £2. And 2017 membership is just £5 for the year. So that's really good. And the bar's open, so come along, get a drink. You can take a drink to the theatre with you as well. It's like a really laid back, fun evening. And I think this film is if you haven't seen it, definitely come along and see it, because when it was first released, it was a really surprise worldwide hit, and a really positive portrayal of LGBT individuals. And it was one of those films that kind of helped to introduce LGBT themes to a mainstream audience in a really positive light. So it's a fun film, a big celebration, and lots of drama in it as well. And it's really good. I encourage people to come along and see it.
Well, if you're happy we've covered everything, Helen, I'd like to thank you once again for joining us this month, and we look forward to catching up with you next month when you tell us all about that film. Yeah,
that'd be great. To come back and talk about that. And, if people want to get in touch with us in the meantime, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. And if anyone is interested in becoming a member or wants to find out more about how to get tickets, they can always drop us an email. Our email address is swalefilmsociety@gmail.com. So, we're more than happy for people to drop us a line, and we can give them more information if they'd like.
As always, thank you very much for joining us here at BRFM Bridge Radio on the Daniel Monday Night Community Show.
Thanks very much.